was born to be free.
Good morning. It's a lovely morning here at Chichester Marina. So still. No wind. A storm blew through last night and I spent the night on the boat. And it's about 8:30. But you can see it's blown through. Everything is now still. There's even a lovely yellow haze there in the sky. I've come down because I want to go and practice points of sail, which you may laugh because there's no wind at the moment, but there is due to be some wind in a couple of hours. And the tides mean it's about high tide now. A bit misty by the looks of things in the distance. So I figured if I head out in the next hour or so, by the time I get out to the mouth of Chichester Harbour, that'll take an hour. And then I can do a couple of hours sailing around outside the harbour against various wind angles, and then head back to anchor somewhere. Maybe Pilsey based on the wind that forecast, but could be East Head, could be Itchener, probably Pilsey. Spend the night. And I've got some juicy lamb chops for a barbecue and some salad. So why don't you come with me as we practice sailing. So if you look back at my videos from October, I spent a few days going down to Lymington and I managed to do a downwind sail and a long upwind sail, and I made a lot of mistakes. I had 20 minutes of constant problems that I made a special video about, uncut, because this is a warts and all channel and I'm trying to learn. And actually, you know, everyone knows you learn most when you're having problems and difficulties. So I left all that in. But now on a day like today where I don't actually need to go anywhere, there's no deadline, things can be a bit more exploratory. I think it's a good opportunity to see if I can put some of those lessons into action. I mean, I'll give you just one. I tend to leave my head sail sheets quite loose, you know, especially the one that's not under tension, and I think that might contribute to why it then snags when I tack and loops around the hatch, things like that. So maybe after setting up the head sail on a tack, I should draw in the head sail sheet that's not under tension and just not put it under tension, but at least make sure it's not flopping around the hatch, things like that. And I was getting my tacks quite good at the end as well. I'd quite like to do some controlled jibes, bring in the main sheet and kind of go through that wind behind in a controlled way, and then ease out the sheet again, things like that. So, and I think there's going to be 10 to 15 knot winds tonight. Sorry, not tonight, this afternoon, later this morning. So it feels quite good conditions. It might be a bit rolly out there because of the storm over the last few days, but I don't mind it being a bit rolly. Looks like the mist here is... So it's about high tide. I think high tide's in about 20 minutes. It's not spring, so you can see it hasn't gone all the way up into the trees. Mist looks like it's lifting up in the distance. So I think we should get the boat ship shape and head out, really. Quite soon. So come with me. And let's go and practice sailing. Yeah, I can feel a bit of sun a bit of wind in my face. Yeah, let's go and see if we can have some fun. All the way forward throttle, bring it back a bit, and crank. That's a pretty good sign. Hasn't run for 4 weeks. Starts very, very quickly. Bring it to about 1800 RPM, which is there. And I just let her warm up, and she warms up, the revs increase a little bit until she's idling. So let's leave her. Let's do some chores. Leave her warming up for 10-15 minutes. beautiful morning. That swan gliding, and it's still got a very long trail behind it because there's just no waves at all. The sun is coming through those clouds. No wind really. Yeah, no wind to speak of, so I'm hopeful when we get out the harbour there'll be enough to get the sails up and practice. And I'm completely overdressed. I'm dressed for the season, not the forecast, so I'm hot. But I'd rather not be putting layers on if the wind does pick up and I'm out there later. So I'll try and keep all this on. So let's get out and probably see you over at the entrance to Chichester Harbour. Listen, no rattles. I've got my latches in and my non-slip on. This thing used to be rattling like anything. Now it isn't. It's brilliant. Right, we're just going past out of East Head, West Wittering. There's a sailboat that I just carefully overtook without disturbing them. There's a motorboat over there. Apart from that, there's very few. There's some dinghies ahead. But as we now turn towards the channel there, it means I've got a 4.8 knots on the port beam. So we can get the head sail up and see if that will help us. Release the furling line. Check visibility ahead. I have put a little bit of tension on here, like I said I would, so it doesn't get stuck around the hatch. Let's pull this out. A couple of loops. Oh yeah, I feel the boat moving. That feels good. Got to keep an eye out for these sailing boats. But yeah, with about 5 knots at 90 degrees, 270 if you want, but 90 degrees port bound, we're looking pretty good. Up to 6.4 knots speed over ground. We're carried by the tide as well. Now the other thing I was going to try today, based on comments, just to clip on. Right, so as we go past West Pole, which is at the end of Chichester Bar, I think it's time to get the main sail up to complement the head sail, and we're just going to muck about in this area really. Wind at the moment 7 knots. If I go to tick over ahead, just let the boat slow slightly. So let's bring this car out to the middle.
This is the Treasury analysis. I will be commencing dredging operations in area 395 southeast of the North Tower in approximately 30 minutes time. I will be restricted in my ability to maneuver. All vessels are requested to keep well clear of me. AI analysis out.
So the wind is pretty much from the port beam still. So let's steer her into the wind. I'm not going to go directly in, I want the wind to still fill the head sail. But at least I'll bring her around to something like 30 degrees. so the main won't be powered. Clip on to the jack stay. That's what. Except where it goes under the cell sheet. Alright, I'm clipped on. Let's go and have a look. You see, that's what I mean by doing a trip hazard. Yeah, £2 more. It's going up straight, looks pretty good. That's depowered more. You can hear it. Take the winch handle back. I think this thing's more of a trip hazard than a help, guys. Am I doing it wrong? Power her up. See what she wants to do. 8.5 knots. There she goes. Idle. Nine knots, 60 degrees. Four knots through the water. Oh yeah. We like that. Just stay on here. Put some distance between us and the island. Power up the main. My dad said when you're sailing close hauled, pull the main straight, is what he told me yesterday. So let's do that. So I'm not going anywhere in particular. I'm going to hold for this first bit 60 degrees to the wind. Maybe we can crank the head sail now. Get a bit more power out of that. Right, we're doing points of sail today, so At the moment we're sailing upwind, wind at about 60 degrees. Now let's get the wind on our beam reach. So to do that, we're going to sail away from the wind. Beam reach, which means I'm sailing due south in this easterly. It's only 6 knots of wind now. Look at that, right into the sun. It's beautiful. Oof. 2.4. That's not good, is it? Let's go more downwind then. Bear away from the wind again. Just the sails. Oh, 5 knots of wind. Where's the wind gone? It was 9 knots. Not going to give up too soon. Let's just hang around here a bit, sailing downwind, see what happens. I'm doing some downwind sailing, but there's no wind, so I'm going to jibe. So to jibe, I brought the mainsail straight up. We are going to turn through the wind. Let's see if my headsail gets stuck. Here's what happens. Get ready to let go. Okay, that sort of seemed to work, didn't it? I'll do a kind of downwind on that tack. So let that thin out a little bit. Do what I normally haven't been doing in the past. Keep a little bit of not tension, but stop that going around the hatch. Now let's ease the mainsail sheet as we go downwind. Is that okay? Oh, I don't know. Not much wind. Right, let's get ready to tack. That's ready to pull on. That's ready to release. We're doing 2.6 knots. So I should have enough speed to pull me through the tack. I can see that this line is nicely set up, it shouldn't get caught on the hatch. So let's do it. Release, through the wind nicely. Right, that's cool. There's coming through the wind there. Oops. I pulled too soon on this. Pulled too soon, so I almost stopped the boat. That wasn't good. Let's make sure this one is now set up. Yep. Get a better angle on the wind. Okay. Yeah, I brought you back. We got 11 knots of wind, and we're doing 3.8 speed over ground. I can't remember now what the tide's doing. Well, it's approaching it's half an hour before low tide, but I can't remember what currents I might be helping me or hindering me. But we're doing, like, there you go, 3.9. We've only got a 5 sometimes 10 degree lean, but at least we're doing some decent sailing. This is good. I'm going to stay on this course for a bit, get some distance from the mainland, and then tack into the wind and hopefully do another similar fun little sail towards the land. Right, let's get ready to tack again. At least we've got some decent wind. Come on, handle. So that is ready to pull. That's ready to release. Okay, let's get the tension on this. You can hear it. You can hear it. Now let's delay this time. So there she goes. Wait for her to go through the wind, and we know that because the mainsail comes over. Just trust the tiller, forget about the angles, focus on making the sails crank. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, you hear the tension. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that was quite good. That felt good. Just when I'm on my own, I've just got to trust the tiller and not get that little bit of anxiety as you feel the boat heel over. Because now I can adjust it for a better angle. Yeah. 4 knots, 4.1. 12 knots of wind there, just gusting up to 10 degree lean. This is it, this is it. Tidy up the lines. Tidy up the lines. I noticed from my video I'm not very good at doing that. And if I get them not knotted, I just want them to kind of spool off, and I might have less drama, like so. There. Assuming we tack again, I'm not sure we will. I'll get that in there. Make sure I've got a bit of tension so I'm clear of the hatch. Yep. Can you see that? So this sheet runs up and it's now running behind the hatch in front of that forestay, is it? The fixed rigging directly in front of the mast. So it's clear of that naughty hatch that caused me some problems last time. Actually, that's quite nice. As you know, I've got tension on the head sail, good tension on the mainsail too. I'm at just over 30 degrees to the wind, and I'm doing 4.2 knots in 12 knots of wind. So she feels really set up well. I couldn't sail more into the wind than this, but she's got a nice lean on of pretty much 10 degrees, which is comfortable. Auto tiller's not having to do too much, she's just set up really nicely, you know. That's quite special, isn't it? The red ensign fluttering in this wind, these kind of bubbles from behind the boat caused by her wake, and the beautiful sun sparkling on the water. Oh my goodness, what a special day to be out sailing. Right, time to tack towards the shore, and then we can take that into a downwind. So let me take the tension. Let's go. Wait to come through the wind. Around. There we go. Whoa. That's nice heading. Just slowly bringing her around. She's now got the wind on the beam. As I look to head towards West Pole and bring her in. And because we're still pretty close to low tide, I'll take it to West Pole and bring her in the whole channel. I'm going to just try something I haven't done, and I might mess this up, I might even jibe by accident, but I'm going to try and go wing on wing. If I go dead downwind, and hopefully I won't jibe. Can I go wing on wing? It's working. It's working. Is it just a position for the channel? I don't have to because I've got enough water. I just wonder. Look at that. It's working. I've done it before in the Caribbean. I haven't done it myself on my own. That is quite exciting. I ended up flopping around with no wind. So engine on, 230, 225, 1425 on motor sail. I've got about an hour and a half light left. It's crazy, isn't it, how early it gets dark? Middle of November, even on a warm day. We're already inside West Pole, and the bar beacon is just behind the head sail. So as I do the next turn, we're going to be almost into the wind, and I'm going to take the head sail in. I'm just coming round behind these windsurfer and dinghy person. Let's see if we can take in that head sail now. Seems pretty good. Let's get that out of the way. Bar beacon, windsurfer, yeah, wind in my face. I wonder if I can actually bring the mainsail down. As it's still powered a bit, I'll do it after the windsurfer so I can get a slightly better angle. The sun is going down. Let's go and anchor. Let's go and anchor and get set up for the night before it gets dark. They're having a lot of fun. Loads of wind out here actually, so we've got 12 knots. Great place for them to get some good wind and practice. So I'm just going to get ahead of them. I'm going to drop my speed, steer slightly more into the wind. Only need another 10 degrees, and then let's get the mainsail down. Right. Let's tick over. 10 degrees more. I'll loosen the sheet so it's depowered. I'll put that away when we're at anchor. Just tidy up these reefing lines. Hanging down, trying to hang me. Right. We are. Oh, look at that. See what I mean? Got loads of water, 4.9. Crusty old ones didn't get replaced, I promise. Alright. sail nicely away, mainsail stowed for now. Let's take her up to 1800 and let's get her to Pilsey. See who's there. Will it just be us?